Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. We got a lot to cover on the show today. Coming up very soon, my good friend Bob Loser, he just walked into the studio. We'll be talking to Taxman Bob about what's happening out there. But this segment, I have another good friend, William Edmundson, on the program, and he is with a great organization called Abbey Executive Suites. I'm a huge fan, and as always, delighted to have you on the program. I'm not only a fan of you, but a fan, I maybe even a bigger fan of Abbey. How's that, William?
Well, that sounds good.
Tell us about Abbey Executive Suites.
Sure. Well, Kevin, we actually have quite a few fans. We've got 31 years experience and 23 locations to show for ourselves. We are a chain of executive suites, primarily in Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and New Orleans. And we are in the business of helping businesses be successful, and we do that by providing turnkey office solutions, whether people need a full-time traditional office and all the support, or even if they need meeting packages, phone answering, and virtual office plans.
Awesome. Very good. Tell us about your guest today.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'm excited. We've got a guest from our Upper Kirby location, right there in the River Oaks area. His name is Ben Madry, and he heads Living Magazine Interloop Edition. And Ben, we are glad to have you on the show. How are you?
I'm outstanding. It's nice to be with you.
We're glad to have you on today. Tell us a little bit about what you do over there at Living Magazine Interloop Edition.
Okay, Living Magazine is an established magazine brand that in Texas is mailed directly to the home, subscription free. It has a national format, but it's locally distributed in more than 105 cities in Texas. So there's 22 editions, and more than 750,000 homes get this magazine every month.
Yeah, very interesting. How many homes did you say?
In the state of Texas, 750,000 homes. My specific edition, the Interloop edition, is mailed to greater than 26,000 homes here right in River Oaks, Westview, Upper Kirby, Montrose, and the Heights.
Well, that's an impressive footprint. Go ahead there, William.
That is, and golly, anybody who's driven through that area that you distribute in knows that area seems like it's going to double in no time at all with all of these high rises and high density housing. Is that going to be real helpful for you?
Absolutely, and it's going to be really helpful for our advertising partners, William, because what we want to do is be able to make sure that the community around their businesses are aware of the services and the contributions that they make. And so our magazine represents good marketing solutions that are unique. We have 24 different unique products, and they're effective and competitive so that we can serve every client that we have.
Let me ask you how big of a footprint Living Magazine has nationally.
Well, nationally, it's a Texas, so it's a Texas magazine. So it's the largest community Texas magazine. And so we're only here in Texas. There are 22 editions, primarily around the Dallas area and around the Houston area. In the Houston area, there are 11 different editions, including the Woodlands, Cy-Fair, Spring Champions, out in Kingwood, Fort Bend, Memorial, and certainly the Interloop edition.
Check him out at livingmagazine.net. That's livingmagazine.net. And you might want to check out the editions link under the navigation. William?
Yeah, and that's also, Kevin, a good place for people to reach Ben if they're interested in advertising with him. Ben, let me ask you. You as a business person needed a place to hold your business, to basically use as the hub of your company. Tell us a little bit, with all the choices out there, how you came upon your decision to stay at Abbey.
Well, my primary rationale was location. As I am running the Interloop edition, I needed to be where my client base would be, and so the Upper Kirby location is dead center of the area that I'm serving. But in addition to that, because I am primarily going to be out and about with clients, I needed the support of telephone, internet, mail services, and then I needed reception to be able to take care of any guests that I would have. And so with Abbey, I found all of that at a much more reasonable, cost-effective price so that I can focus mostly on running my business and not running an office. And so that's the primary reason that I chose Abbey.
Yeah. So, do you have an office, or do you have a virtual office?
I have an office at the Upper Kirby location, and in fact, what we do here is I spend probably 4 to 5 hours a day in my office, and then I'm out with clients. But I also have a sales force that is easy. It's easy to come for them to come in and out of the Upper Kirby location as they're in and around town trying to do business on their own. And they can come in. We have conference rooms where we have our meetings. They come in, have the internet, the Wi-Fi, so they're able to come in, download emails and things like that. So it makes it very easy for them to either access me or have a good spot for them to sit down, refresh themselves, and then get back out into the community.
Very good. William?
Yeah. Tell us a little bit, Ben, about what are your growth plans for the next year or so?
Well, my growth plan is to, 1 year from now, be 50% larger in distribution than I am today. Right now, I'm greater than 26,000 homes, and I definitely want to be closer to 40,000 homes 1 year from now. So that's my primary growth plan.
Let me ask you.
And as we do grow, of course, that means that we're going to be working with a larger base of advertisers and partners, and including things in our magazine around the community, dining, be able to serve the community and the things that they would find interesting to them.
Typically, magazines like yours will have, the majority of it will be the same throughout all the regions, and then a section of it will be local to the area it covers. Is that the case, or how does that work content-wise?
Yes, that is the case. There are differences in the magazine from an editorial standpoint because of the different advertising bases. But every magazine in every edition in the Living Magazine family generally has the base of editorials that are common to all of them. But because of the advertising base and the communities in which we exist, there is a local flavor that does get added to each magazine.
Got to wrap it up with that. Great topic, livingmagazine.net. And our guest today, Ben Madry. Thanks so much for being with us, Ben. And then William Edmundson, he is with Abbey Executive Suites. That's Abbey, ABBY.com. And final thoughts from you, William?
Well, I'm just glad that Abbey can be part of the growth of successful businesses like Ben and Living Magazine, and we encourage other people who need services Abbey provides to give us a call.
Very good. Thanks to both of you. All right, when we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdatareview.com. Coming up next, he's already ready. The one and only Bob Lozer right here on The Price of Business.